to fix the leakage and mop. What we see here is mopping and mopping and mopping. Fixing the leakage is missing. And this is at the heart of our altruistic demand for a forensic audit. This forensic audit is not just about the register. When you have fixed the register, and I will demonstrate to you how, as a result of our revelations, some aftermath fixing is providing a semblance of we are fixing it. When you fix it, and we all look at the hard copies, and we are all giving the PVR, the soft copies. In November, if the very criminals that got us here are still there, engaged in illegal transfers, we will come back to square one. And that time, it will be too close to the December 7 elections.
I believe that you are well aware that CI 91.
In the conduct of our affairs, we may make mistakes, and we have made some errors which do not go to the heart and do not affect the credibility of the registration and, for that matter, the election. They are minor errors, and it's not to say that we gloss over it. But the good news is that we have been very responsive. We've come out very quickly, we've issued statements, we've made corrections, and we have moved on. We have not hidden the truth, or we have not remained quiet. We have addressed the issues and informed the public that yes, some errors have been made. Here are the corrections. And we have provided this in a timely and accurate manner. And so for us, this is the trust that we speak about. The good news is that we embed a high level of transparency in the sense that party agents are provided with a start-of-day report indicating the number of persons who were registered the day before, and they're also given an end-of-day report. Again, that has built transparency into the process, and that should engender trust. If parties have any issues with the register, they have the collation. If they notice that in their strongholds the numbers have dwindled, or that numbers have gone higher in other places, they have the documentation, which is the start of day that the system generates and provides to them. And so the question is, any political party can today, with the start of day and the end of day reports, collate with near precision the number of persons who registered on any given day. And yes, some of them may have been challenged. The good news is that the district registration review committees have party reps on those committees, and therefore they have that information to be able to act and to use it. You come to exhibition, the law embeds transparent processes, robust processes that should engender trust. The register is displayed for the whole world. You come also to the balloting. We all know recently when we were balloting is open to the general public. You then come to the printing of ballots. Ghana is one of the few countries in Africa that prints its ballots in-house. We are enjoined by law to provide the parties with details of every single
Ibinya baze. Ehe nyina yegyina he. Yenyime de. Amenfi ha. Galamsey wo ha pa. Ana onye ha. Galamsey fu no wo he. Wonyima Ghana ha na ehwa. Enyanda nkote na sabe yehu de gold wo ha. Na enyanda nkote na enya Galamsey wo ha. Na se enya abana ono a ejuma ohobogun. Kakra oho no obogun. Ono so onfa ejuma nka ho a. Ebe na ze na mebu no wo ye. Sa wehu. Isa na bransampa na yezerba. Yesterday, them be no chrome. Also, a Galamsey, no one soon say no. The man I say about for the near church I am ban, the more by an or the more by an hour. In sooner, all say I want up one bra, all say one a dachi, all say one in Bibia. Is it she shall come on the Ezerba, more by ya, Sadamana Banner saw by ya, I shall no quan on ye. Na I shall no quana agent, the man on the sock I am on him. If it's soon say yes or no, I send. Why done no banadam? Into no ya some pokra, Yazerba.
Watch it, your mo. What do you want with your court? At the Omoko prison. And then they can say, your mother will be at that prison. Say, Omuya Galamsey. And so, you're watching China Niba. I know your Galamsey queen. I know the Mafana Uncle Jina Court, Alpha Uncle Tum. Most on the Uncle Nicrum. And I'm going down the free or home. And so you're mad yet, Omoda, if you say. As you, you're bad. Omochi or Galamsey, no, or Macho Mumu, the Bama or more amnesty, no more Saba. As you. No, did you say? And maybe almost from here, almost no. And see, you be yomo now, Yama another chance. If we say, you be yes, share, Ebema and Yoma, aye, ye, Yanko, ye, Senya, ye, say, party be home, and I say, one year, Nipebi, and your Galamsey, no, young penny mound ye, or your contrast in that come cool. Now, your party for DC, no, anyone, almost your Galamsey, no, or my penny momo ye. As you Nanye, Yana say, Obi excavator, Yaji. Now they'll come out before. Now on the two gold, now the altar. And then they say, excavators, I had to get free control. I have a job, my dear, near side, their mom. As you University of Tapa, your friend University of Mines and Technology, UMAT. How much your school follow? Send your young mining, Nikwanso. Send a bear, Obian Pra, and answer Obian Hrenanqua. Enti Yaba, district via Yaba a Juma. Ah, Yadesa school for University of Mines. Obia work concession via her. You don't become no much more quiet, Modebaya mining, no send a bear, Obian Hrenanqua, and answer Obian Pra. Ezu na mutu go ni ya on be kire mo say na mo be piapia anua no akatakata so fe na ye dua go so say na be ya asase no ebe ye biu. Ezu.
Martin so said, NDC for Shishangophobia chin. Say, Bencha, Geshem, Bencha, mining. It is Gophobia at Yesi, Papaso, or NDC for Nabayazano. Anti our na segregation wa show na sasa kwa to NDC abesi benja geshema misebe baby obani ya wa ha ana rollers abati ti krofo wa ha o tobe ma ana geshenti ena nyame adom Dr. Mahmoud Baumia odini wasani this year obi akani campaign team ho
we are winning the seats in the mining areas. So they decided to go and import foreigners. No mo nyo mo ba no man kan chom se munko in real no mu na munko to go do or se munko nsuo no mu na munko tu. Na mo refi mo ho na the whole year. Nsuo aye problem da. Enya 1 month ya na started. Eye obi na opese anka omo ye na anka ye di speed. Nanka ya court nanka ya stop Galamsey for nanka ya lose your seat. Yes stop you omo na. Yes stop you omo china. Na oma ko form TV for na ko. Na omo kro for ka ena Galamsey. Na Galamsey yetu no Accra. Inso no e Accra. Omo mbra kuma say me demonstration and come be steady.
I defined Galamsey and I said there's a confusion in Accra. And as a matter of fact, a lot of elites listening to us, or middle class people, they take small scale mining or community scale mining as Galamsey. That's what they call it. And I think that the association takes strong exceptions to people calling small scale mining Galamsey. So in my definition, I said there is a confusion. But I said there is Galamsey, small scale mining or community scale mining. And there's also Galamsey, the river mining, which is illegal. And then I said, why would you want to go on the river bodies to go and mine? And I went ahead, excuse me, listeners, I went ahead to even curse that whoever is doing this, blah, 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 blah. Now, if you look at those who are on the river body, the small scale miners, last week, their press conference, they attributed it to foreigners on them. It is not me saying it. And then I know there is a search for them. It's not me saying it. The small scale miner said it. So I made reference from that perspective. Now, the politics I did around it is that some people will checkmate government into thinking that you are not doing your work. Yes, they are behind others trying to cause a mess in the river body. And that over the year, especially this year, water has not been a problem. But for the past 2-3 months, ever since there was an import or a massive influx of foreigners on these people on the water body, the past 3 months, all waters are dead. Nothing. It's changed. So basically, that one, I said so. However, I said that for the Galamsey, we will not stop it. And then I went on and said, because there's a difference between the Galamsey of the small-scale mining and then the Galamsey of the river body. So what the TVC people did was that when I said, we will not stop today, we will not stop tomorrow, they actually truncated, doctored it up. And then they made it to look like all I said was, we're not going to do anything about Galamsey, and won't stop today, won't stop tomorrow. And that is a misrepresentation. That is clear misrepresentation. Actually put me out of context. And that is actually why many people would wonder that, are you a free will stand on principle? And as I'm speaking to you, I still stand on the basic principle that they are irresponsible small-scale mining, and they are responsible small-scale mining. But we cannot put a ban on small-scale mining. That is not fair. That is to say that in the southern belt, along the coast, in the river bodies, on the Volta Lake, there are people who do irresponsible fishing. They use DDT, they use dynamite, they use all of them, and we are aware. And the state agencies are after the illegal ones. Does that mean that we should ban all fishing in the south? That is not right. And I also think that having been a coordinator of this campaign for 6 months, thank God I don't do mining. If I have any business of mining, one day I may do if it is that lucrative. But I'm happy in my conscience. I don't do anything like that.
It's a person first and foremost, we are not against mining. Rather, we want to support you to mine. Sisi Ayekasi, offer Operation Vanguard, Operation Hot, Operation Galamsey. Jabaino, they seize it, the stop war. The stop war. Stop war. Yeah, the person who you are not here say. The sense say, the person mine we and Untina. Jaka say, baby, I will hear mine ya. You want to work fine. No, I let to show. No, they are MC. I a friend of the committee there from district mining committee.
too much give, but you control what while again, and shark appears on oh, yes. So, petrol or rather petrol, and like I said, authority of the age was a mature, your Jeffrey said, if you're all hearing a moment, or also hearing a table. I said, then they wouldn't have to say, oh, boy, I said to them, I said, oh, you still get it. Too much give, but you control what while again, and shark appears on oh, yes.
All of them come up with 4 conclusions: state of emergency, moratorium, LI 2464, a roadmap to salvage our water bodies. That's what they all say. When you distill all the press statements, they are saying it's gotten to a cataclysmic. The Ghana Water Company, Ghana Water Company, Ghana Water Company say we are not able to process raw water. Doctors are saying children are being born deformed. The video evidence of water pollution is there for all to see. Then you choose a platform to launch a Minerals Commission office to say something that completely tries to divert attention from the core issues. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. What I will say, I believe the academy. I believe the doctors. I believe the religious leaders. I believe those who have put their lives on the line to report on this for months, if not for years. I will believe them. And we thank God for the platform we have. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We will not shrink. The government has to do the right thing. The government has to make a decision. We will not allow them to obfuscate the issues. There's no window dressing. This is a fight we have to stand up for. They cannot say they haven't heard us, because they know our children's future. The chief was offered 250,000 cedis. He said, if I take that money, what happens to my children's future? Somebody has planted cocoa for 30 years. A rubber plantation that takes 8 years to fruit, and you spend 30 minutes to destroy it because you want money. Meanwhile, the research even shows that the employment you create from Galamsey doesn't last for more than a year. The poverty reduction is worse after Galamsey occurs. Environmental degradation is worse after Galamsey occurs. There's evidence. So we are not even speaking. He says the sole factor theory for Galamsey is false. He says artisanal mining has been transformed from labor-intensive to semi-mechanized industrial mining. Machines do not. The machines have been brought in by urban people and Chinese into Galamsey. This new phenomena affirms the multiple factor cause of Galamsey, which argues that poverty is not the sole driver of Galamsey. So don't tell me that what could the people do? What food do we eat after they are finished? What water will they drink after they are finished? After they get money, how many girls will get pregnant in that community? How many schools will get destroyed? What is the social and the political cost? What are you talking about? Why are we looking for convenient arguments? Because it suits us. That's not why we are here. We will not allow that. And there's research to prove that the way artisanal mining is being done with these excavators is destroying the country's ecology. And yet, every day, the government is changing the goalpost. Today, they say, well, state of emergency is draconian. Tomorrow, there's a 5-member committee. They want to meet us to talk. Next week, they will say, we are arresting some people in the brewing waters, so we are fighting Galamsey. Next week, they say, NDC also did it. Every week, there's a new thing. The most important thing to do is to announce a moratorium. That's what you have to do. And the organized labor will stand with them. They say, if by 30th you don't do it, all of us will join. Because for once, Ghanaians must stand up for what is right and damn the consequences. We cannot
end our future. There is a house. You are staying there with your parents, and you have a borehole, and people come and fetch. But people who come and fetch, some particular people have decided that they will come with poisons in their buckets and fetch into it, and you are the same people also drinking the same thing. You have found out that these people are putting poison in your borehole. You complain to your father, and your father says, those people give me some small allowance, so you drink the poison like that. And your father says, I can't do anything about it. Then you continue complaining and he says, continue drinking it. Maybe next year by this time, we will no longer be here. So you continue drinking it like that. Will you continue drinking the water? How will you feel about your father? He's a wicked person. That is what our politicians are doing to us. This Galamsey that is going on, if you knew how our future as humanity is threatened, you will not be sitting down smiling with these politicians. And somebody had a gust this morning. He's called that if we stop Galamsey today, some MPs will lose their seats. And so he actually shouted that we will not stop Galamsey today or tomorrow because we will lose our seats. And we are there smiling with them. That is the highest form of genocide and wickedness. And Catholics, we are quiet. Let us do something. Even if I'm not calling for riots, but post something every day, show your displeasure because our leaders are failing. This is the highest form of wickedness for a father or leaders to tell their children to continue drinking poison. And imagine if your father told you that you children drink the poison, okay, me I drink hot water. That's another level of wickedness. And children of God, they are quiet. No, we cannot continue. Let us rise and let us.
It settles the particles. It doesn't mean that the water is safe for use. Many of the indigents do not know. When we got to Atrebuanda, close to the Pra River, same issues. They buy aluminium sulfate. It's sort of like you're buying tomatoes from a shop. And that's what the women use to settle the water, and they use it for domestic chores. Look at the implications, the health implications, and many of them do not even know. And across the country, every major river or stream, just mention the name and I'll tell you, because we've tested samples from them, and they are all polluted. A country with all its fresh water sources, highly polluted.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and the political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Right, hello, good morning and welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. It's a Thursday, the 3rd day of October, 2024. By His grace, we're alive and we're here. We're at another edition of the show. Our gratitude will go to the Most High God for the very privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making rounds here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly, but let's take a look at the front pages of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. Expedite hearing on Galamsey cases, Attorney General to judges. Tertiary programs at unaccredited centers to be revoked, GTech. Why do you have to announce this? Measles, rubella vaccination underway, targets 5 million under 5-year-olds. Students Loan Trust Fund pays 25 million cedis teacher trainee allowance. CDS calls for more collaboration among security services. The Ghanaian Times. Efforts to prevent electoral violence, 36 hotspots identified nationwide. National Peace Council intensifies public awareness campaign in affected areas. Vote for my advice to continue my transformational agenda, President tells voters in Upper East. Aftermath of IPAC meeting, NDC advocates stakeholder examination of EC IT system. Expedite investigations into 54 Democracy Hub protesters, Attorney General. Daily Guide. 2024 voters register, NDC abandons forensic audit call. Ministry of Health refers Ojobi old woman's case to CID. Finish Galamsey cases in 1 month, AG. Mediator responding to treatment. Judges call for improved security. The New Crusading Guide. Galamsey protesters exceeded free expression limits, AG. Kolebu CEO gets massive support from GRNMA. East Legon Nigerian and property owners express worry over continuous harassment. No basis for fears over electoral register as NDC fails to present evidence. Establish United Front for Sudoku's development, Nene OTT Animle. Adan to benefit from Electrocam's outgrower scheme. Information Minister reaffirms commitment to expanding access to information. The Insight. Free the citizens' protest. Ghanaians rise again today against Galamsey and government repression. Asante pledges unending support for Alan Chermantin. Said Hassan Nasrallah, the man who defeated Israel. AGI, Food and Beverages Association laments rising electricity and water tariffs. How Gadangbe Lands Administration is leading the struggle against Accra's land grab. Property owners in East Legon, Nigerian, cry over harassment from alleged self-style IGP. Sarah Foucault. The Daily Statesman, don't spare miscreants. AG urges judiciary to uphold law ahead of elections. Ekufuado. Access to information, oxygen of democracy. Bedia to unstable condition. EC vindicated as NDC backtracks on demand. $450 million GMC refinery to boost revenue. 204 million Ghana cedis for LIP beneficiaries. Daily Post. Election 2024. Mahama accuses NPP of producing fake opinion polls. GMA petitioned to take disciplinary action against MP over Galamsey comment. 3-day protest to demand release of anti-Galamsey protesters to begin today. And that's about it. For the front pages, we'll be back shortly.
She's coming. She's coming!
Oh, it's in.
Red, I will see so! Take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh. She's here.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh bread.
I'm a fair missy way.
The patch of Bantama.
Matias.
It's her smile, the fresh breath.
Me, Gidi said we used to Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind. Cal 360 toothpaste.
Gaskia, Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector. Onim jom kasa.
Kile Hossein. Cal 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling ye. Cal 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Ama, nansi mi jeno wo bin enkoye kwao. Ama ma ye bohu se kontomra akija.
Nansi me hu se me nyo basima kra. Ama me kunu ni me into kwankwa. Oyiwa. Enye mo ko. Give us GC mixture and any capsules. Aye num boom. En ho asem na mo kana. E boa emma ene meme nyina. Na ma wo ba ye obesima. Na be ma so aye be masima. Ya, we be bua wuku. Ama ne giant sa wo de hye butu. Na wanyinya na nim tisese ni oyi chopmo. Give us BC mixture and a capsule. Ashisa.
A pin for a batter, one more menu for one kwada when if you do me
Choose the perfect prize every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Welcome to Rehoboth Palms, Ayimensa, where your future home is taking shape. Discover a community like no other, designed for families and individuals seeking comfort and connection. Enjoy a host of amenities, including a swimming pool, tennis courts, kids playground, and serene sitting areas, all designed for your enjoyment. Embrace the opportunity to be part of this vibrant community with flexible installment plans available. Your dream home is waiting at Rehoboth Palms, Ayimensa, where every moment is a promise of home and affordable luxury. Visit us today at 145 North Legon, Accra. Call us on +233 244 +234-764-499 or +233-204-950-810. For our UK clients, you can reach us on +44-190-853-3149 or +44-791-737-6631 or visit www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com to learn more. A community like no other. Welcome to Rehoboth Ayemensa.
Apomode ho nsem yemfen diagro enunti na se wonum edopapa nko a Exodus moringa capsules ene Exodus dandelion capsules efi Exodus ebusuanum na ebeboa wa apomode emu bia wo benya no betimi aboa nanso se wonya tu no a wo betimi anum abom na ebeboa papa se wonum Exodus moringa capsules ne Exodus dandelion capsules eboa mamojadi efusani yie na fe ebusi wo immune system no na kweti ayarewa ahodo minimi ye se ni padodo na nim dia moringa etimi ye na dandelion so ye nim enunti ni nkasa bedru enye ma pemfo ana abatan a oma enifo ana abofra onya emfidumi Exodus ehu dance die dos.
You're the answer to my prayer. You're with me everywhere. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need tonight. Give me shelter from the rain. You breathe life in me again. You're my angel, miracle. You're all I need to know. Tonight.
Ghana's biggest housing event, the Mikasa Home and Property Fair, is here. Whether you're looking to buy an elegant house, a cozy apartment, a home in a luxurious estate, or genuine land, come and meet over 50 top developers, home loan specialists, home improvement specialists, and get personalized expert advice on your home ownership journey. Also, join in informative and stimulating seminars with industry experts and get the chance to network all for free. And oh, there will be so much play and fun for the children at our Children's Arena. Date, 2nd and 3rd November 2024. Venue, Movenpick Ambassador Hotel. Time, 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. each day. Attendance is absolutely free. Headline sponsor, Gold Key Properties. Platinum sponsor, Clifton Homes. Media partner, City FM and Channel 1 TV. To exhibit at the fair, contact us on 050-168-0737 or info@mikasa.com. Mikasa.com, Ghana's #1 property website.
Krachi, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye denwa.
Nana, oh, mesi yamfani ko mami buru wa.
Ayi mami do buru. Do ni atele be ko bra. Mumi yamfani ko Dr. Ban ho.
Dr. Ban o ya de.
Bra, se pa no mpemu adwuma, sasabro slow Dr. Ban o ye.
Sai ni kemi kona meka. Oh, no mpemu ni mdi onu na ye expect nya zanfo no. O akra eni kumasi no mpemu expect yen kan kire.
The luckiest.
*712#.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you can get 8K. Get that packing from your cookman. Wallahi. Hey, wait.
You go put it on this time. This is my man. Good luck.
Hey, yo, the bill ready. We have *712#. It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. *712#. Now welcome to the luckiest.
And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there we are. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Auntie Esi. Now then I won't what I'm over me one money my busasa.
Auntie Emma, the patch me by your school mukwan. A university. Na scan year 2005. And yet they are many. To my even to my summit the brown up paper kakra. Oh, the family.
Oh, yes, men's Phantom go to feed. It's what is a John Dramani Mahama. Any NDC for say, saying I may have done a Ghana for 2 Abamana. Waba, Aba University, Technical University, College of Education, Nursing Training, woman in academic fees for first year. And you're free. No, yes.
Adama, who did it? And another match then.
Auntie Esi. Hey, share a BM was say, and can able see na obo woma omo to school so no. Se na obo ne ba ko a se wo so obesi ho. E dia ma oma omo to so no.
Ane enya me sha John Mahama.
Ye chame so mu kra ne se. Ye nuanu ma omo di dem asabi graduate omo ko school po no. Wase wo mu nyina wo ba. Eye free.
Ane Selma.
Yay.
And come in Konanka na ye 7 December. Nanga ya tu abana my papa Mahama. I'm na be your president.
Shawa sit no moto abapa. E de sakra ya papa beba wa brabo mu. To Obama John Mahama ni NDC.
Pay me the Galamsey food na shenyamens. Penny mubia or she Galamsey echi, God will kill you. I can't catch you. Yeah, me bonds me bo quotation. Me can be been waka so dear. Me bo quotation. I send be a make the quotation better actually. A be at the could be a quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children with death. Iti Galamsey for the name some penny for Ghana and a Galamsey they fund the party. Nyami be kumuna. Yeah. Because you don't care about people. People are dying from cancers, leukemia, kidney failures, and you don't care. God will let you taste death the way you wish for other people. Greedy people. Yeah, the Bible said, I will kill her children. And yeah.
Charlie, some of these things, it would not be. To the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Well, there's an opportunity for you to get 10% off food, drinks, beauty and cosmetics, home essentials, electrical appliances, mobile phone and accessories, clothing, footwear, made in Ghana goods and so much more at the Momo Cashless Market. You heard right. From the 2nd, so it started yesterday, to the 6th of October, the God Pact at Ekwashi Interchange, there will be over 100 merchants in one place with amazing discounts for all Momo customers. Fun activities include artist performance, DJs on rotation, board and TV games, kids zone and giveaways. Join the fun at the God Pact at Ekwashi Interchange from the 2nd to the 6th of October 2024, each day from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And just Momo everywhere you go. And Kel 360 toothpaste is approved by the Food and Drugs Board, and it is the recommended family toothpaste that will take care of your entire family and save you some money. Kel 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. Kel 360 toothpaste is good for kids, children, and adults. Let your family be a proud family when they step out by constantly using Kel 360 toothpaste. It brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use Kel 360 toothpaste. It's another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasus, available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. You can call Samara Company on 0246 864 798. 0246 864 798. Kel 360 toothpaste, happy smile. All right, so with me on the show this morning, long time no see, is the Honorable Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture. He's also the Member of Parliament for the Secondary Constituency, and he's a legal practitioner, the Honorable Andrew Kofi Ejapa Mesa, as you're with me. Bobo, good morning.
You hardly mentioned my full name. Morning, my brother. It's been a while.
Yes.
Let me say good morning to our church viewers.
Right.
Across the country and especially to my constituency secondly.
Right.
It's good to be back.
All right, okay. So also with me on the show this morning is a lay preacher, training to become a part-time pastor. He's also a legal practitioner, and he's the National Communications Officer of the NDC. Elder Sami Jeffy.
You give the pastor. I never knew an elder.
He started training by becoming a MC at religious events.
Oh,
that's
okay.
how his
you know, a lot of Christians are called into. You know that? A lot of Christians. Not all Christians are called into the ministry of reconciliation. That is what the Bible says. So we are all preachers in our own right, doing the work of our Master, Jesus Christ, before his return. Yeah. So it was a great privilege. Interesting. I'm still finding it difficult to reconcile that role. No, it's a very important. Your real role that you play that. No. Both roles are really in sync. Really? In sync. I'm telling you, if Jesus was alive today, I tell you that on these matters that plague us today, like Galamsey and the rest, you will hear him re-echo the same narrative. You see, he's demonstrated the inability to reconcile those two positions. I mean, you've demonstrated not rather the dexterity to blend. Yeah, of course. well, Jesus will never support because it's surprising that he only recalls Galamsey's bedeviling us today. Oh no, I've not said that. But I know as a matter of certainty that just like he whipped those Pharisees and Sadducees in the house of God for trading in the house of God, he would have whipped government officials, government appointees, especially today. Right from Prophet if he was on earth today for blatantly engaging in illegal mining, destroying our water body. Well, if they are and lands under Professor Mills, nothing like that happened. So no, this is my time. This is my time. You haven't given anybody. No, you've been greeted already. Let me respond to the greeting. You've responded to your greeting. Let me respond to mine. So, look, these are very, very important days and times. And we are seeking the face of God. We are seeking the intervention of God in our quest for change. Because we know that except the Lord builded the house, the labor in vain that builded it. We can't do it alone. Life is spiritual. And so what you saw us do a couple of days ago was part of that, quest of ours to rescue our nation, leaving no stone unturned, both physically and spiritually. But a very good morning to all our cherished viewers, and a good morning to all patriotic citizens of Ghana who have decided to join the historic Free the Citizens demonstration, which is taking place in Accra as we speak. I'm told that protesters have already converged at Opomblo and will be marching today on the approved routes under police protection to protest the alarming rate of illegal mining in our country, the destruction of our forest reserves, our lands, the pollution of our water bodies, and the harmful effects that has created for all of us. And above all, to demand the release of innocent citizens who have been incarcerated by the despotic Akufo-Addo Bawumia NPP government. I salute all of them for their patriotism and for their courage. Even as we sit here for this program, we are with them in spirit, and after this program, we'll be joining them. So congrats to everybody who has decided to step out, and we hope that a lot more people will join the struggle. I'm told it's going to be a 3-day protest, and it is very, very important that all of us support. I've seen organizers. I was reading Kali J's Twitter handle this morning, and he was saying that the demonstration is taking place both on site, that's offline and online. And so if you cannot, for some reason, you can't even be there physically, you can join that advocacy online. And this is a very important cause that I think every well-meaning patriotic Ghanaian who is tired of the destruction of our environment and the threats, the imminent life, threatening disaster we have on our hands, must join the struggle.
Okay, so let me bring some perspective since it's raised the issue. I'm sure that you would respond to it. So the Coalition of Concerned Citizens Against Galamsey has launched a 3-day demonstration starting today, October 3, through Saturday, October 5, to demand the release of 53 anti-Galamsey protesters, primarily members of a Democracy Hub group, who were arrested during the protests held from September 21 to 23. The protest march will commence at Opomblo, passing through the car park of the Accra Sports Stadium, and is organized under the slogans Free the Citizens, hashtag Free the Citizens, and hashtag Say No to Galamsey. The demonstration aims to draw attention to the detrimental effects of illegal mining, Galamsey, and advocate for stronger action against the practice. Noble Amedowu, one of the lawyers representing the activists, told City News that a formal petition will be submitted to Parliament, the Attorney General, and the Lands Commission on the first day of the protest. The demonstration will start from Opomblo through Association International to Kaukuri Junction to Parliament House, where we will present a petition to Parliament and also present another petition to the Lands Commission and the AG. There will be another demonstration on the second day. On the third day, there will be a night vigil where the group will display the devastating effect of Galamsey on the environment, especially on the Pra and Cobra and Birim rivers. In a related development, the Ghana Police Service says it will hold the organizers of the Concerned Citizens Against Galamsey demonstration scheduled to take place from today to the 5th of October responsible if they breach the law. In a statement issued yesterday, the police indicated that during police engagement with organizers, the police reminded organizers of their responsibilities under the Public Order Act, which includes being held liable for any damage caused to any public property during a demonstration. Any person taking part in a demonstration shall obey the directions of the police, safeguarding the proper movement of other persons and vehicles, and generally maintain order. And any person taking part in a special event shall conduct himself in such a manner as to avoid causing obstruction of traffic, confusion, or disorder. Additionally, the organizers were also reminded of police responsibilities under the Public Order Act, which include taking all such steps reasonably necessary during a demonstration as follows. A, to assist in the proper conduct of any special event by directing the routes of such event to prevent obstruction of pedestrian or vehicular traffic. To disperse crowds at any special event where he has reasonable grounds to believe that a breach of the peace is likely to occur, or if any breach of the peace has occurred or is occurring, in order to prevent violence, restore order, and preserve the peace. May cause to be closed such streets or parts thereof to pedestrian or vehicular traffic or both, and may cause to be erected such barriers as may be necessary to preserve public order. The police assured the public that sufficient security measures have been put in place to maintain law and order and ensure peace and security during the demonstration and beyond. And if you look at the front pages of today's papers, he has quite some publications about the Attorney General and the issue of the Democracy Hub protesters. So Malik Suleimana reports on page 3 of the Ghanaian Times that the Attorney General and Minister of Justice has urged the police to expedite investigations into the cases of the remanded 54 protesters by the next court date on October 8th. He again asked the police to exclude all those against whom sufficient evidence cannot be found to proceed with prosecution. And he made a call at the annual conference of the magistrates and judges in Accra yesterday. He, however, noted that the court dealt with the protesters in accordance with law. He said, although he was not against protest, those who exercise their democratic rights of protest must do so within the law. He further noted that, quote, as a renowned demonstrator myself, one of the founders of Alliance for Accountable Governance, who in 2009-2010 embarked on many peaceful protests in Accra, I stand fully for the realization of the right to freedom of expression. He, however, mentioned that right is always an exercise subject to the injunction contained in Article 12(2) of the Constitution, taking into account the public interest and respect for the rights and freedoms of others. And he stated that the peace and territorial integrity of Ghana at this time, almost 2 months before the December 7 general election, was far greater than the pursuit of any parochial political goals, just as the right to free expression is no more paramount than the right of others to access essential services and a duty of police to maintain the peace of Ghana. As I always say, freedom is not free. It is accompanied by serious responsibilities. It is up to the entire nation, particularly the judiciary, to ensure that the gains and triumphs of the past remain intact for generations of Ghanaians unborn. It says the rule of law is fragile. The rule of law is based on people, and democracy is based on people. Thus, when a small proportion of the same people imperil the democracy we live, the institutions of justice must respond according to law. Oh,
Andy, let me take a quick detour. And,
yes.
Before I come to the substantive matter that you raised, refer to the statement that was issued by the Communications Directorate of Jubilee House yesterday regarding the health of my good friend and learned senior Nana Santibidito. We're told that he fell unwell in New York and has been admitted to hospital. I think it's important that I use this platform to wish him well, speedy recovery. We're glad that the untoward had not happened, but we are expectant that he will come to full health and return back to us in one piece. You see, Andy, I'm from the Western region. So because of that, I travel to Takoradi quite often. Most times by road, sometimes by flight. And I see River Pra on practically every occasion that I travel to and from my home region, Western region. I see the destruction that has been occasioned that beautiful river that we had. Of course, I've been around for some time. So I know Pra River very well. I know the Beposo Bridge, both the old one, which was a one-lane bridge, crossing over one side of the traffic had to wait for one to come through until the new construction was done. So I've seen River Pra, right through my secondary school days when living in secondary, attending school in Cape Coast. And it breaks my heart every time I see the river and its current state. Current state not starting today, as far back as the period of Professor Mills. And listening to Sami Jamfi's intro it confirms to me that it is a level of political chicanery that we love to enjoy. Playing the ostrich and not facing up to the reality and coming together in a national consensus to see how we resolve this issue that has bedeviled President Mills's government, Mr. Mahama's government, and indeed the Akufo-Addo government. Andy, we all recall when the lexicon Shamfan was introduced into our vocabulary. We don't have short memories. We know the Chinese people who were arrested during the era of Mr. Mahama. My good friend Inosef Husseini was the Lands and Natural Resources Minister then. Okay, and the threats that the Chinese embassy issued resulting in their release. We all know that when Akufo-Addo came into government in 2017, the Galamsey issue was with us, was real. The reason he embarked on the fight, set up the interministerial committee, put his presidency on the line, it wasn't because Galamsey had just reared its ugly head when he became president in January. He came to inherit it. In fact, Galamsey, illegal mining or small-scale mining, was banned in its entirety for a year. We all know what happened. We all know. Politics, that we play with such serious matters that should be of national concern. I feel very sad every time I'm talking about this matter. Because really, my constituents are having to rely on boreholes. Of course, there's some works that is ongoing on the Daboase headworks by Ghana Water Company, which in itself had impacted water supply in the second Takrady metropolis. But by and large, the water is not fit for human consumption. So rather than coming together, taking the politics out, and supporting government to do what is necessary to protect these water bodies for all of us. Listen to the commentary. Listen to the narrative out there. Rather than we as political actors coming together and saying that, look, Mr. President, during our time, these are the kinds of experiences that we had. We believe that it's important that we sign some pact of sorts. Let us take, of course, the President and everybody. I've heard Mr. Mahama speak, I've heard Professor Jainan Opoku-Agyemang speak. Mining would certainly always be with us. Because we can't allow our God-given resources to stay in the ground perpetually. Provide employment for the youth. But in our water bodies, destroying our vegetation, it certainly is not on. And I know that His Excellency the President is committed. Of course, you send military people there, and we all know what has happened. The assertions of compromise that we hear being reported. So I'll beg of you, Sami JV, I know that politically convenient, you want to make it look as if to say that there's a Akufo-Addo administration that is allowed Galamsey to be visited upon us as a people. Certainly cannot be the case. And if we are all honest with ourselves, if we are honest with the people of Ghana, we as leaders should act and not fail our people. We should be collective in this responsibility. Yeah, of course, government has to act. And Randy, I hear the suggestion out there, and I'm told that some comment by, I believe, the Deputy Minister for Land and Natural Resources, I haven't heard him, to the effect that it's because of the outcome of elections in 2020 where MPP lost seats. Mm-hmm. I don't think that that is the case at all, because in all those constituencies that reference is made to, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo actually won. So it certainly would be reasons other than the fight against Galamsey that is what caused the loss of the seat in those constituencies. So it certainly cannot be the case that government is not acting because of politics. or because of the 2024 general elections. Because the data does not support that assertion. If the president had lost in those constituencies, all the 19 or so central regional constituencies, okay, and the MPs had also lost, then that assertion would have been consistent with the data. But the truth of the matter is that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo won in 19 constituencies in the central region, and the MPP won 10 or 9 seats. So I do not see how anybody, and of course, typically, the vote at the presidency or the presidential election will mirror the parliamentary, except other factors come into play that then makes one lose or otherwise. Okay, so I do not believe, and I've not heard, because I go to meetings of cabinet, that there's a position that because of elections don't act. A subcommittee of cabinet, interministerial committee has been set up ad hoc to look at ways to see how we can then reopen the fight, because for all intents and purposes, okay, it is obvious that the fight is not being won, because if you were, Ghana Water Company would not have issued that statement that has triggered all this public outcry. And I, sitting here, I believe that I can speak authoritatively for government, that we all believe, and they have heard His Excellency the Vice President articulating his vision for the mining sector, clearly stating that, look, yes, we all believe that it is necessary for us to exploit the resources that God has given us. But the river bodies is a no, 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 no. Okay, our forest reserves, I no. Okay, I'm told that some licenses have been issued. It would be good for us to interrogate them and see whether they are indeed in forest reserves, or that they are mining leases that have been given in the regular course of the work of the Minerals Commission and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. So far, I haven't seen the evidence that has been put out there to suggest that these are necessarily. In fact, I think I saw a statement issued by the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry denying that assertion that it is in mining, forest reserves that these leases have been given. Okay, but it's a serious matter, and I will urge all of us to look at it devoid of the political lenses, because ultimately these waters do not know MPP, NDC. There's no political coloration. It is all of us Ghanaians who are suffering the brunt of the menace that some people, hoodlums I will call them, okay, are causing to our river bodies. And nobody in government, as far as I know, supports these actions that are taking place on our water bodies. And I know that the committee that has been tasked to do the work, in due course, we will all see the outcome of what it is that is happening. But my only call is for us all to recognize the history of this Galamsey, this illegal mining in our water bodies, and to be collective in our response rather than seeking to gain political advantage, which in my view does not really exist, okay, for our benefit. It doesn't help the cause of our country at all.
Okay. So I hear you, and I have no reason to disagree with you. However, you speak about, and you're sitting cabinet, and so when you speak about things from cabinet, I have no basis to dispute that. However, you referred to the Honorable Mrekuduka. Now, he is the vice president or the flag bearer of your party's person responsible for mining, and he has made some assertions. Then Dr. Ayuefrie, he's a medical doctor, he's an MP, and is also in charge of the Baumia campaign in the Middle Belt. That's a designation that I got about him. Now, just this morning, I've also seen Asante Akim South MP, Kweku Asante Boating. I don't know if it's the place we had a by-election. Is that where?
No.
Okay. He too.
The by-election was in Kumewu and then Ejiso.
Okay.
The very recent one was
Asante Akim South. Okay, I need to check my geography well. He also is saying that, look, We did it as a party and as a government before 2020 elections. I mean, if you can recount all our seats in the mining communities that we were trying to control, we lost all the seats, the parliamentary seats there. So do you think for the second time, if we say we want to break the 8 and people are crying for that ban, the current government will have the guts or find it necessary to put a ban on it? The fear of losing power is delaying the ban, and that fear can happen to any party at all. These are the quotes attributed to him. And I've referenced the 2 persons earlier. We can even watch what they said.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so let's watch the Honorable Duka and then the Honorable Dr. Afriye.
Martin said, NDC for Shishangophobia, say Bencha, Geshem, Bencha, mining. Antiquophobia at Yesi, Papaso, or NDC for Nabayazano. Anti Awaha, na Sagashan Wakam, Nasa Kotua NDC, Abas Bencha Geshema, Miss Sebe, Baby Beni, Yawaha, and a Wallace, Abatim for Foha, Otabema, Anam Geshenti. Yamiatum, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Odini, Wazani, this year, or the Akani campaign team home. Sir, Mivia or yeah, mining communities to no Mivia so. Midini said, Yadia no Bano Ana, Yadia no Bano Ana.
Who said we are winning the seats in the mining areas, so they decided to go and import foreigners. No one know buy and no man can't chum say munko in renumu na munko to go do or say munko so no na munko to. Na mo refi mu hwana the whole year. In so I a problem da. Enya 1 month here na started. Eye obi na opese anka omo ye na anka ye di speed. Nanka ya court, nanka ya stop Galamsey for, nanka ya lose your seat. Yes, stop you on na. Yes, stop you on China. Now I'm confirm with TV for na ko. Now I'm one more for ka ena Galamsey. Na Galamsey yetu no Accra. Inso no Accra. Amombra Kumasi made demonstration and come be steady.
So their views clearly, yes, suggest that
not at all.
Okay,
they are not inconsistent with the position that the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party has articulated. Indeed, they are not even.
You mean these positions they espouse are not inconsistent?
Not at all, because nobody. I didn't hear. Of course, it's the part that I disagree with. Are you free? Is his reference to the water. Say insuno ewakra. Okay, that's the only part that I disagree with him. As not being the view of the flag bearer. Because, and indeed, that this view is not inconsistent with the view that I heard Professor Jenano Opoku-Agyeman espouse only last week or sometime early this week. And what Mr. Mahama himself has espoused. Nobody is against mining. Galamsey, small scale mining. Of course, the illegal bit, those who are unlicensed, they ought to be dealt with. But that's why the flag bearer is proposing regularizing them, okay, in the community mining schemes and allowing them to do their work in a regulated manner. It is the water, mining in the water bodies that is offensive to everybody, including civil society organizations, labor, GMA, and all the people who are speaking. So I don't see any inconsistency with the position that Duka has espoused.
Is that not the ban that they are asking for? That let's ban mining, declare a state of emergency and ban all mining activities in water bodies and forest reserves.
Yes.
That's the clear call.
Not a
so if you say you won't ban...
See, look,
because you will lose votes.
like I said, I've given you data of the 2020 general elections. That doesn't support the fact that it was as a result of Galamsey that we lost the seats in those constituencies. Because the president actually won in 19 constituencies in the Central region. This is a matter of fact. Okay, so it could be some other reason. I haven't done.
So what's the difficulty?
So there's no difficulty. I don't see any difficulty. And why do we necessarily have to have a state of emergency? Galamsey has been banned before. In fact, mining has been banned before. I initially said 1 year. It's actually 2 years. 2017 through to December of 2018. Okay? I'm saying that because of the seriousness of this matter, government necessarily ought to act. I agree. And I know that government has acted with the setting up of the committee that is intended to supervise the cessation of these mining activities in our water bodies.
They said no.
By extension,
they said that's not the mandate of the committee. They said the committee's mandate is to engage the stakeholders. So that is why they held a meeting with organized labor.
It doesn't go beyond that.
No, their mandate
I'm not
is
so
not,
sure because
they said they are different from the.
I'm not enjoying to disclose discussions.
They said they are different from the
cabinet,
Professor
public domain
Boateng committee.
No,
theirs is to engage stakeholders.
I do not think so at all. Well, of course, that will be part of the mandate that they have. Okay, because of the commentary that is been evolving. But clearly, they is to advise His Excellency the President on matters relating to ensuring that these water bodies or mining therein is halted. And that is the call that I certainly support. And I believe that that is a call that government certainly supports. Okay, but for me, it's the double standards. It's the political posturing. It's the chickenery that we are looking to deploy purely for political advantage that is worrying to me. Because then you get a sense that people may be pussyfooting in terms of the real work that has to be done to ensure that we are all protected. And I don't think that that should be the case at all. We should fight this mining in our river bodies and forest reserves of necessity. Because like they say, if the last tree dies, the last man dies. And we cannot afford to have a situation where these these forests that protect all of us is damaged, that posterity will not have a place to live as a country.
You've not commented on the demonstration, the demonstrators, the AG's position.
You see, Randy, it's unbelievable the posturing again. Only a week or so before this demonstration by the Democracy Hub, our friends in the NDC had embarked on a demonstration against the EC. What happened? It was peaceful. They complied with the law, followed the path that had been agreed with the police, submitted their petition to Parliament through Afenyo Markins, I believe, the Honorable Majority Leader, and Atufos, I suppose he was there as well. And they went to their individual homes without any fuss. Now, so if people go on demonstration, okay, and they decide to be in breach of the law, haggle with the police. I saw a post on social media, some resident in UK indicating that what he's seen on video, if it had happened in the UK, police would have shot people dead. I never wish for it to happen here in Ghana. And indeed, there's a plethora of cases in advanced democracies where people who have gone on demonstration and have decided to take the law into their own hands are duly sanctioned in accordance with law. So why do we think that it's okay that if people have gone beyond the boundary that the Constitution enjoins them and have committed crimes, they should not be taken through the due process. I saw another post that was extremely scandalized. That even the 28 February rioting, only 8 or so people were arrested. Yet the Democracy Hub demonstration, as if to say it's a question of numbers of people that arrested, that is the subject matter that we have to discuss. The question is, were these people engaged in criminal acts over and above their constitutionally protected right to demonstrate? If the answer is yes, the next question that is of relevance is whether the police were right in arraigning them before court. If the answer is yes, the next question then will be whether the court, within the ambit of the evidence that was put before it, and the inconclusiveness or the lack of the police, or the police having indicated through their application of they not having concluded their investigations, the court was within its right to remand them. I've heard talk that these people pose no flight risk, as if to say that's the basis for granting bail. Is to assist the police in conduct of their investigation.
And in cases of misdemeanor, you have been before the court for a long time. In cases of misdemeanor, is it normal to have, I mean, people are brought before courts, the charges against them are charges of misdemeanor?
Only last week.
Yes.
In fact, the gentleman from my constituency, traffic offense, he was remanded for 26 days.
Is that proper?
Oh, look, it's a question of the facts.
Yes. So I'm asking you, you are an officer of the court, is that proper?
If the facts of the matter require that you be remanded for an extended period of time to facilitate investigation, why not? Why not?
So I believe that...
why? Who says that misdemeanors are crimes that that's not... It's only the sentencing that is cast within a certain upper limit. But when the police is conducting their investigation, they are at liberty.
But
whether it's a misdemeanor
the issue, I have a little problem with the issue of liberty of the police, because this is something granted by the courts, a judge. Now, if it is to assist the police in an investigation, what danger do these people pose? How do they stall or influence the investigation by the police if they are granted bail?
I do not know the facts that the police put before the court and the motion that they and the affidavit, if you like, viva voce, that they advanced to impress on the court to remand them for that period. We need to know. But I'm saying that these matters are purely on a case-by-case basis, and it is within the purview of the police as the prosecutors to apply for bail. It is within the purview of the lawyers of the accused persons to oppose it, and it is the responsibility of the judge to exercise his discretion to grant or refuse the application that has been put before it, all consistent with the rule of law. And I fail to see how that then becomes despotic.
So does
when your party was in government, your party, you know, Gabi Azariah Ochelago is your friend.
Yes.
My friend as well.
Yes.
He went on the demonstration. What did they do to him? That young man who was shot in the eye.
Yes.
Your party was in office. You described Mr. Mahama as despotic.
So what's the point you're making?
So I'm saying that let's take away the politicking. Because that's exactly what he's doing.
What is politicking about that?
What is he doing? If it suits you, it's okay.
Are you addressing Sami Jemfi, or you address, because as we speak?
Did you hear him say despotic
I heard
against demonstrators?
I heard him, but as we speak, there are Ghanaians out there.
Yes.
In fact, what I read from the Attorney General even suggests that the Attorney General believes that there are people who should not be on remand.
Fair. It's a fair position.
Yet they are there.
I don't have a difficulty. So if they are brought, because indeed the law allows for their lawyers to apply for an abridgment of time or to file an application at a higher court for an application for bail to be determined.
The prosecution, realizing that you have people who really shouldn't be there, cannot do anything about it unless at the next court date.
Well, that's why they have lawyers.
No, I'm just asking you.
So sure
I just want education.
I'm not so sure.
The prosecution, because the Attorney General says
I'm not so sure.
He again asked the police to exclude.
But of course,
all those against whom sufficient evidence cannot be found to proceed with prosecution.
Of course, all prosecution is at the instance of the Attorney General. And so, if he is minded to, I believe that he can bring an application for nolli prosequi against the affected individuals. But that will be based on what the police investigation then.
They said they should do so at the next court date on the 8th.
That will be what the police investigation would uncover during the period. But I'm saying that the law itself makes provision for people who feel that the bail or the remand period is unjustified to go to court and seek a higher court to intervene and reduce or even grant them bail if the court is so minded.
Right.
But listen to him when he was doing his intro. Only greeting, he went on and on and on and on. And he turns around and says he's a lay preacher. This man.
I said he didn't say.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there approbating and reprobating? That is offensive. It doesn't help us in any way.
Right.
But I'm saying that, look, if the AG has advised, then that should be applied. In fact, when is the next court agenda date? I'm not aware. 8th. Yes, their lawyers can, based on that advice, actually apply even today for the High Court to, exercise its discretion to overturn the custodial imposition that the lower court granted, so that these people who are clearly not against or in breach of any law can go to their respective homes and enjoy their peace.
All right, Sammy.
Dr. Abbey, I must say that I am very, very sad this morning listening to how the conversation about the canker of illegal mining has been debased. It is so sad, so sickening, that I feel sick already just listening to Ejapa Mesa try to justify acts of impunity, acts of criminality, irresponsible acts that threaten our collective survival as a people. Doc, there is no gainsaying the fact that the alarming levels of illegal mining we are witnessing in our country today poses an existential threat to all of us. MPP, NDC, CPP, PPP, LPG, neutrals. All persons in Ghana face an existential threat as a result of the alarming levels of illegal mining across the length and breadth of Ghana. Look at this beautiful land called Ghana. A land blessed by God and endowed with many resources. Look at the state of Ghana today. A blessed land that today lies in ruins, marked by coffin-like water bodies, marked by hanging communities, marked by depleted forest reserves and droughts. That is the enormity and the seriousness of the problem we are discussing. The alarming levels of illegal mining in Ghana today, the ravages of same, and the danger it poses to life not the danger it poses to a political party. You guys must wake up from your sleep. We are talking about human life. As he himself indicated, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. We all know that. We're taught that when we went to primary school. And we're also taught that water is life. And so any group of people who decide, okay, just for purposes of satisfying their insatiable greed and selfishness, to plunder our forest reserves and destroy our trees and our natural resources, pollute our water bodies with reckless abandon, all in search of gold. They are criminals. They are enemies of the state. And when you get an opportunity to comment on such matter, you don't reduce it to NDC, MPP political football. You don't reduce it to cheap equalization like a Japamesa has done. Look, Galamsey is as old as the oldest person in this studio. I must even say older. Because Galamsey has been with us for decades. Even in the 50s, there was Galamsey. Galamsey simply means gather and sell. That is where that term Galamsey came from. And that Galamsey, which has been with us all these years, had to do with a few locals in mining communities coming together, okay, either to illegally exploit abandoned pits of mining companies like we saw in Obuasi years ago for mineral resources, or to, in their own communities, they use the normal pickers and all that to dig and see if they can get gold, what they call black. They go and wash it, they sell, and they make some money. This is the level of illegal mining that we as a nation knew of for decades. What is happening today that people are protesting about, that we are all speaking against, that the TUC is calling on government to ban, has got nothing to do with that old trend of Galamsey we know. What is happening today has never happened in the history of Ghana. And I dare anybody to adduce evidence to show that what is happening today has happened before. So this attempt by Japamesa to cheapen the discussion and equalize, create the impression that, Sami Jenfi and the NDC people are creating the impression that this is a new phenomenon. It was so under Atta Mills. You are lying. Look, under Atta Mills, under John Mahama, nobody could mine in a forest reserve. LI 2463 is clear. Under the NDC, forest reserves were red zones. You could not give a lease to anybody to go and mine or to even go and do exploration in the forest reserve for gold. And I have sent a screenshot of the old law vis-a-vis the new law to the producer, Anyampofo. And if she's minded, she can put it on the screen for people to see. You will see the old law which was enforced under John Mahama. Forest reserves were red zones. It is this irresponsible Akufo-Addo Bawumia government who through LI 2463 have now introduced a clause in the LI that gives the president the unfettered discretion to grant a lease to an entity to do exploration or mining in a forest reserve. This is the first time we are seeing this. Show me under what dispensation that mining leases were being awarded to companies left, right, center to go and do exploration, prospecting, or mining in forest reserve. Show me. That law is a new law. And that is why President Mahama has promised to ban it. The GJA has supported it, and in fact, they are calling for a repeal of the law today. So look, there is no basis for equalization. You have no classmates when it comes to illegal mining. Stop this desperate attempt to cheapen the discussion by trying to equalize. Why? Under John Mahama. Did you see over 500 seized excavators being stolen or getting missing under broad daylight, excavators in the custody of the state, excavators that you cannot even drive on our normal streets. You need, what do they call that? A payloader to transport an excavator. Over 500 of that got missing. And we know where they went to. You gave it to your party apparatchiks, your party functionaries. After you seized them from small-scale miners, some of whom were legal small-scale miners, you gave it to your party people to go and do illegal mining, to destroy our water bodies and forest reserves. Because according to you, party here sika, the tape is there. Ekwawusi versus Frimpong Watson. You said your party needed money. So seized excavators should be released to your general secretary and people like Gizo and all that. Ekwawusi is captured on tape saying it. And he is your former Central Regional Vice Chairman. The tape is available. And that is why Kennedy Japan, who is more MPP than you, sat on my TV and said that small-scale miner, they also manindidi. And they are party. So, under John Mahama, we didn't see that. Under John Mahama, you didn't see a secretary of the task force against illegal mining collecting bribe, money, in a brown envelope from Chinese Galamseyers to aid them to go and destroy our water bodies. But we have seen the secretary of the Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining, Charles Bisu, who is a communicator in your party and today a parliamentary candidate at Esikado Ketan. We saw him on tape in Anas Arimiyao Anas's Galamsey fraud expose. The same Anas that the Kufuado said he was going to use his methods to fight corruption. Caught this guy on tape collecting bribes to aid Chinese Galamseyers. At the time, the ban, the so-called ban on illegal mining was in force. Under John Mahama, under Atamels, under NDC, even under Kufuor, nothing like that happened. Why? Under the past administrations we have had before this reckless and irresponsible Akufo-Addo government, you didn't see top government officials. You didn't see MMDCs. You didn't see members of anti-Galamsey task force brazenly engaging in mining, owning concessions themselves. Show me one NDC minister who was given a concession to mine in a forest reserve. Show me one. Today, Sampine has a concession in a forest reserve. Your mayor for Kumasi. Why? We've seen it. Forfeit State has published it. Erastus has confirmed. Your Western Regional Minister, he is doing illegal mining. We've seen the list. The last time, Dr. Abe, you put it on the screen. Those 5 government officials who are mining in forest reserves. This never happened under the previous administrations, whether it was Rawlings' administration or Kufuor or Atamels or Mahama. So what is happening today has never happened in the history of Ghana. And so stop this attempt to equalize. Ghanaians are discerning. Look, I have given a picture to to Annie, your producer. It captures the River Ankobra. He knows the River Ankobra very well. It is in the Western region. The state of the River Ankobra in 2016 vis-a-vis the state of the River Ankobra in 2018 after they lifted the so-called ban on illegal mining. And that drone shot was taken by that drone pilot, reputable drone pilot called Eden Sven. That is the picture on the screen. 20th February 2016, River Ankobra, look at it. 20th June 2017. In fact, there is another picture, 2018 as well. Look at it. At the time, the water body was yellow, Ankobra. Today, it is coffee. When you are traveling to Western region of Japan and you see River Pra, don't you feel sad? Don't you feel ashamed? Don't you feel ashamed? Then, Doc, we dealt with this poor attempt at equalization. Let's put that aside. Let's deal with the next issue. He says that Sami Jemfi, let's stop the politicking. It's what the Brofofo Fraba, let's stop the chicanery. and let's do what? Our life is being threatened. Our life is being threatened, and we are here speaking big grammar. Chicken, and then the betting I'm coming. No. I refuse to laugh. I refuse to laugh. When you are killing all of us, Doc, let's refuse to laugh. We will not join in to laugh when we are discussing this important life-threatening matter. Doc, he says we need what? A national consensus. You people, what do you take us for? National consensus to do what? You came into office at the time that the media was already engaged in a fight against this menace, Ken Akshibe and his friends. And you came and said you were prepared to put your presidency on the line to fight Galamsey, to stop it. You actually imposed a ban on small-scale mining, not mining, small-scale mining, both legal and illegal, for 1 year and extended it for another 1 year. And you got all stakeholders supporting you. What Akufo-Addo did, the kind of goodwill and support Akufo-Addo has enjoyed from Ghanaians, all stakeholders relative to the fight against illegal mining, no president has had that goodwill and support. Everybody supported him. To the extent that something which is even legal, he banned it. You can't do that in any country. You can't ban illegal activity. But we supported him to ban it. But some of us knew that it was only a ruse, only a charade calculated at aiding top MPP functionaries to take over our forest reserves and water bodies for purposes of illegal mining. It was not a genuine ban. And you see, that ban, that whole talk about presidency on the line, is the biggest scam, I maintain, that has ever been perpetrated on Ghanaians. Because there was no line at all. There was no line. And after you made that announcement, you got everybody supporting you. You banned legal small-scale mining and illegal small-scale mining. You started banning excavators. Look, apart from banning excavators, you decreed, through your first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, you said that illegal miners should even be shot on site. That is what is his name? I don't like to call him Joe Weiss. What is his? Joe Osewusu. He sat in Parliament and said, if you see anybody doing small-scale mining...
It was a suggestion. He says he thinks that...
they should be murdered. And he defended it.
Yes.
And true to his word, people were murdered. Murdered in the Western region. Murdered in Eastern region. Operation Vanguard, they shot people and killed them. And look, some of the people they killed were not illegal miners. Because at the time, the ban applied to even legal small-scale mining. You get my point? At the time, the ban even applied to legal small-scale mining. Yet you killed these people. You burned their excavators. And what did we see after you did that? The people who were supposed to lead the fight, who we gave millions, Doc, go and check the budgetary allocations we made to the Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining. Galamsey, Operation Vanguard. The drones we bought, the equipment we bought for them. Billions of cedis. We gave you everything after the ban. Regularize it now and stop illegal mining. What did we see? Secretary to Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining doing Galamsey. People at the Jubilee House, presidential staffers doing Galamsey. Your own Minister for Environment who chaired the fight, Professor Frimpong Boateng, says that your ministers, your MPs, your MMDCs, they are all neck deep in Galamsey. Your former Minister for Local Government in 2018, Haji Ali Mahama, told your MMDCs that they were doing Galamsey. The Eastern Regional Minister, former Honorable Eric Dafo, told members of Operation Vanguard that he had evidence that they were doing Galamsey. You betrayed the trust of the people. You deceived them, you scammed everybody. And you decide to rather take over the illicit Galamsey trade like there was no tomorrow. Just to satisfy your greed. Today you've gotten the money. Are you happy with the state of our water bodies? Yes, you are happy, you don't care. There is no love for country in these people. There is no patriotism in these people. And that is why they still justify it. So what we need now, Doc, is not a national consensus What we need now is to kick them out. Is to kick them out. Look, we are seeing an open endorsement of the alarming levels of illegal mining by the MPP. Open endorsement. The tape you just played, that was the minister for, he's not a party official. Minister, a taxi, deputy minister for lands and natural resources, saying that those who are calling for a ban to illegal mining, a ban of illegal mining, they are being remote controlled by the NDC. Oh my God. What an insult. So we in the NDC, we are controlling TUC. Hey, we in the NDC, we are controlling the men of God and the pastors, the chief imam, all the civil society organizations. We are the ones telling them that, look, the water bodies are looking like coffee. They don't have eyes to see. They are not reading statements from Ghana Water Company Limited that due to the high turbidity levels of our water bodies today, they have become untreatable. They are not reading reports that shows that Ghana will soon be importing water. They are not reading the reports from the Ghana Medical Association that show that pregnant women drinking from lead, cyanide, mercury polluted water bodies are suffering from damaged fetus. And some of them are giving birth to children with various deformities. Children without eyes, children without noses, children without nose, children without mouth. You haven't seen the Ghana Medical Association data. You haven't seen what the midwife from Chama has put out. We are controlling GMA. We are controlling all these health workers. You guys, you have become so depraved. You guys, you have lost it. That is a tragedy. They have lost it. They have totally lost it. And you listen to Ayu. And look, when Duka was speaking, he was speaking the views of Bawumia. So Bawumia was on the stage. Until today, I didn't know that Bawumia was there. And I saw Bawumia nodding and clapping. This man has no shame. Look, we in the NDC, we've said that we are not against mining, but we are against illegal mining. We are against irresponsible mining. Even though we want power, we have said that we will ban mining in forest reserves. That should tell you something. President Mahama cares about lives. He cares about the environment. And you will not sacrifice that on the altar of politics. He says he will ban mining in forest reserves. He has said it. He has said that he will amend the minerals and mining law to impose a stiffer punishment on mining in water bodies. He has said it. He is not saying that because I'm campaigning for power, I'm afraid that if I say that, people will not vote for me. But look at Bawumia. What is his position on illegal mining? Nodding and clapping to Duka, insulting TUC, insulting all these stakeholders who are just calling for an end to illegal mining. Then you have a man who is supposed to be a medical doctor.
He is. No, he's supposed to be. He is.
I have my doubts.
No, he is.
Maybe he's forgotten what he was taught in medical school.
Doctor.
Then he's a disgrace.
And a very good one.
Then he's a disgrace to the medical profession.
He's a very good one.
And I'm told he has a health facility. We will be putting it out. We will boycott his health facility.
It's a public health professional.
Yes, and I know he has a hospital. We will boycott this. And he's the one who has bought Ghana Web. If they want, they should ban me. We will boycott his health facility. You make an illiterate, useless, irresponsible comment that are the water bodies in Accra. Really? He doesn't know. He doesn't even understand the flow of water. So you think that if you are destroying River Pra in Western region or River Brim in Eastern region, those of us in Accra won't suffer from that. Look at the poverty of thinking. So for them, it is about votes. For them, it is about money. That is it. And those who were clapping, those young people who were clapping for Duka, they don't own concessions. They don't have money to buy excavators. They are only laborers on the concessions of these ministers. Those boys cannot buy excavators. They are not the ones with the concessions in forest reserves. So they are only using them because they don't have any jobs to do. But we are telling them that there is a better way. Under John Mahama, you will be able to do mining in a better way. Mining will not become the preserve of MPP people through community mining. We will decentralize the licensing regime and make sure that once you qualify, you get a license. but you must do it responsibly. Me, if you are an NDC person and you mine in a water body, I will tell the police to arrest you. I will not defend you. I don't care if you vote against me, if I come to you later to campaign for another position. I don't care. If you are an NDC person and you go and mine in the forest reserve, when John Mahama says we should ban it, we will arrest you, we will prosecute you, we will jail you. Me, I will not come to your aid. Do the mining responsibly. What is wrong with that? And that is what John Mahama is saying. That is why we say we will establish the gold board. That is why we are saying that we will attach graduates from UMAT to these concessions to train them on responsible mining. And that training will be compulsory. You don't do the training, you won't get a license, or you won't get your license renewed. You own a concession, you are found doing illegal mining, we will revoke your license, we will prosecute you. You mine, you must cover the pits, plant a tree. That is why we are talking about the Tree for Life project. That's why we are talking about the Blue Water Initiative. You can't mine in water under John Mahama. We will not tolerate it. And you look at what Akonta mining and Woon to me, what they are doing. The whole government is a Galamsey government. And look, how can you fight Galamsey with Galamseyers? They themselves are the ones doing the Galamsey. And they say we need a national consensus with who? Galamseyers like you. We should have a consensus with you for what? For what? We have not seen what you people have done. After you shot, maimed, killed people, murdered people, burned excavators, after all the monies we have given you, what consensus again? Huh? 7 years, 10 months, what have you done? And look, you see, this issue about protesters.
Wrap up on that for me.
Ejapa Mensah, I know is a very good lawyer. But sometimes on platforms like this, he sacrifices the law. He sacrifices the law.
Unlike who?
Oh, unlike who's a lawyer?
Me. Unlike me, who's not a lawyer?
Lawyer go, lawyer come. Lawyer Blay.
Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Is a lawyer who is coming to unseat you.
I don't get
lawyer
it.
Blay will unseat you.
I didn't get it as a response.
Because if for nothing at all, people of Secunde, Ejapa is supporting Galamsey. And it is one of the reasons why you must vote him out. Apart from lying to you that you will build a market that he didn't build. That you will extend the Takrade Harbor and he didn't do. He is supporting Galamsey. And it's the reason why you can't get water to drink. But let me make progress. Look, nobody supports lawlessness. But the right to demonstrate, he will tell you, the lawyers say, it's an inalienable right. You can't take it from a human being. It's not just a fundamental right to. Inalienable right. The human cannot live with that right. So when you try to frustrate the exercise of that right, there will be repercussions. And those repercussions may not be lawful.
But
the cause of this problem,
the rights not go.
You see, hold on. He says that we did a demonstration and nothing happened. The reason why nothing, you see, compare oranges with oranges and not oranges with apples. I've heard some of their communicators make that argument. All because Miracles Abuaji says they should make that argument. But the point is, no violence happened during our demonstration because the police did not prevent us from going to the EC headquarters. Even though at the last minute, they showed bad faith by trying to amend the termination point. We engaged them. We reminded them of the agreement. And in this case, we knew that they would do that. So when we were in their office discussing the routes, we said that, look, we will not sit here and decide the termination point. Let's all go to the EC, the frontage of the EC building, and decide where the termination point will be physically. That's why you saw the pictures. The regional commander drove us there. So we were not, even though the main protesters were behind, we were allowed to go all the way to the front, the frontage. The cause of all this tension, okay, and fisticuffs, exchanges between Democracy Hub, Fix the Country, and the police is because the police, the Ghana Police Service, has decided to prevent citizens of this country from protesting all the way to the seat of the presidency. That is the problem.
Was that agreed?
And if we, Doc, they don't have, why under John Mahama, we had Occupy Jubilee House, in Obisu. Occupy Flagstaff House, led by Occupy Ghana. Didn't they go to Jubilee House to demonstrate? They were blocked at some points.
Yes, Afrikiko.
Yes. But at least they go to Afrikiko.
Yeah, but that still wasn't where they wanted to go to.
No problem. So why can't these people come to Afrikiko? You think that if they were allowed to come to Afrikiko, what has happened will happen? The resistance would have happened? Since Dampari became IGP, in fact, not even Dampari, let me not limit it to him. Since Akufo-Addo became president, that Liberation Road, which is a road we all ply every day, trust ply, everybody ply, has all of a sudden become a no-go area for demonstrations. When the NPP demonstrated on that street time and time again.
Because the grass is greener.
Look at this. that is where the problem is coming from. And we are supposed to have a president who is a human rights champion.
So
that is where the problem is coming
from.
The
Ghana Police Services, I should remind you and everybody else that under the Public Order Act, the police responsibilities include taking all such steps reasonably necessary during a demonstration to A, assist in the proper conduct of any special event by directing the routes of such events, to prevent obstruction of pedestrian or vehicular traffic, to disperse crowds at any special event where there are reasonable grounds to believe that a breach of the peace is likely to occur, or if any breach of the peace has occurred or is occurring, in order to prevent violence, restore order, and preserve the peace, and may cause to be closed such streets or parts thereof to pedestrian or vehicular traffic or both, and may cause to be erected such barriers as may be necessary to preserve public order.
Only when the court allows them to do that. The police under the Public Order Act, they are only required to be notified. The date of the demonstration, the route, the termination point, and everything. If they have a problem, they engage you to change. If you don't want
to, these are responsibilities
and I'm saying that
by the act.
It is becoming one too many. The police preventing protesters from taking their grievances to the source of their grievances, which is the presidency. That is the cause. Number two, not all those who were arrested were engaged in lawless conduct. I mean, we have heard reports of somebody who closed from church and was just strolling in the area, walking to his house, who was arrested. People who were just standing by, arrested. Ejapa, are you defending that one too? All of them remanded. And number two, Ejapa Mesa, let me tell you this. You are not the only person who has read law. This is the first time in the history of this country that persons who have engaged in a demonstration, lawful or lawless, have been remanded for 2 weeks. First time.
Maybe a political demonstration. Because there's some people who demonstrated against Newmont. There was a Newmont issue.
I'm not aware of that.
Yes,
I would like to be
they were remanded. They were remanded.
Yeah, I'm not aware of that.
It has something to do with Newmont.
Okay. Yes. But this one has never happened. What did the people do? What did the people do? And you are here. You haven't read Pebu. Now, because of politics, you don't read case law. You haven't read Pebu versus Attorney General. You are here saying that a grant for refusal of bail is to assist the police conduct investigation. The Supreme Court says it's not.
His chambers haven't seen him for 4 years.
He has forgotten the law he studied. Because the Supreme Court has said that reason is not grounds enough to refuse bail. Go and read the decision. And even the latest ones. Go and read even the Agbojo case. It is there. Doc, all offenses in Ghana are bailable, including murder. True. Including murder. The main consideration for granting bail is whether or not the person will be available when he is needed in court. Okay? That is where arguments of he being a flight risk and all that comes in. Whether or not the person can interfere with witnesses or the investigation going on, and so on. These protesters, what investigation can they interfere with? How are they a flight risk? These are the salient points you should be raising. Because even after that 2 weeks remand period, the police will still be doing their investigations. The police investigations, there has no terminal point. So that cannot be the ground for refusing bail. Either than that, then every offense that the police arrest you and take you to court for, they can say that we are doing investigation. And because of that, you'll be refused bail. So, the Supreme Court has changed the law. But if for nothing at all.
The incident I was referring to was in 2011. A protest by the Ahafumine.
Okay.
They were remanded for 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll read about that. Yeah. But you see, if for nothing at all, as lawyers, friends of the courts, and we are supposed to be people upholding the law, upholding human rights and all that. If for nothing at all, Japa, you must condemn the detention of some of the protesters beyond the 48-hour rule. The police has considered. And also swear, I've given you my time. Will you justify that one?
Detention or they are?
They were detained for more than 48 hours before they were taken to court.
Hold on. Of course, if the courts were not available for them to be arraigned before the court.
How is the court not available?
It's a weekend, for example.
What are you talking about?
Public holiday, and the courts are not sitting.
Don't we have holiday course?
Where?
No, we have holiday course in Accra.
Legal
we have holiday course. We even have vacation course.
But
even weekend. Even now, the chief justice has said so. That even weekends you must release them. Bobo, what are you talking about? No, this is my time. This is my time. I just gave you the opportunity. No, but he's still defending the indefensible. So I've taken back my time. Would you allow me to speak? So let me conclude my point, and then you can come in. Doc, this illegal mining madness going on is not a joke. I know that mining cannot be the preserve of the multinationals. It cannot be only the Anglo-Goals and the Newmons and the Goldfields doing mining. Ghanaians must be allowed to do mining, but they must do so responsibly and legally. We must all be angry at what is going on, because it is not about a political party, it is about your life. Doc, I have not had water flowing through my thighs for God knows how long. Even in Accra, we are now feeling the impact.
I bought water yesterday.
We are now feeling the impact. All because a few people want to make money that, what are you using the money for? Money that you are giving to side chicks. See, can't what they go and ask Bedietu.
What's that?
Go and ask Bedietu.
What's that supposed to
He will preach to you that you can get all the money in the world. Okay? You can get all the money in the world, but human life is more precious. Today he's battling for his life, and I'm praying for his speedy recovery. It should tell you something. You don't sacrifice human life for money. That is the point. And so what we need is accountability and not a national consensus. And accountability simply means that those we have supported with money, with goodwill, with our voices, giving them the equipment and everything they needed to fight this canker. And those who promised to put their presidencies on the line, but today are endorsing and engaging in illegal mining themselves, must be voted out. That is the answer. That is the solution.
But we need to take a quick break.
Yeah.
And then I'll come to
so we can even close.
But Dr. Manibuama sent me this. He says their leaders came all the way to the Flagstaff House. Miliata and I met them at TV3 and led them to the Flagstaff House.
Exactly.
We met them cordially and even offered cold water.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be back shortly.
Do you know someone who's making a difference in your community? Someone whose selfless actions and dedication to helping others deserves recognition? Then it's time to celebrate these incredible individuals on MTN Heroes of Change.
It's time to nominate those selfless individuals to win 100,000 Ghana cedis and other cash prizes and be crowned MTN Hero of Change. You can also nominate a blogger or someone in the digital space and any of the media houses to win our new category of Digital Hero and Media Hero of Change. Just fill an online nomination form at mtn.com.gh or send a WhatsApp with a 1-minute video of your nominee's project on 055-141-1122. Deadline for nominations is 18th October 2024, so don't waste time. Nominate your hero now.
MTN Heroes of Change. Be the change you wish to see.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Choose the perfect prize for you every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes, all to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Using Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture, brought to you by Koa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Koa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Koa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Koa MT Mixture. Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Koa MT Mixture. Choose Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244-726611 or 0591-565-778. This advert is
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fair missy way.
The patch of Bantama.
Machasi.
Her smile, the fresh breath.
Me Gidi said we used to Cal 360 toothpaste. Some kind. Cal 360 toothpaste.
Yes, Kia. Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector. Onim jom kasa. Kile kosen. Cal 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling kika when you know Cal 360 toothpaste. Happy.
Cal 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Cal, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Now let me tell you why you should choose Safari Valley as your conference destination.
The new conference building combines modern amenities with the tranquility of nature, providing the perfect backdrop for your next seminar and corporate retreat.
The only conference destination with so many activities. You don't have to travel to visit your tennis club, the gym, or the stables. They have it all.
Enjoy this rooftop viewing deck, basking in the sunlight with the sight of wild animals roaming freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Hey, what's up?
How far with your internship?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh, please. I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for interns. But no shaking. I have NHIS already.
Actually, I'm on a line.
Ina, look at you. What are you going to do in your office when you can just download the app to register for an NHIS membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Please, Seth, I'm starting work next month.
The luckiest.
*712#.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get that packing so you have to come out. One lie. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, Bill radio. We are *712#. Put your phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. *712#. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Hello, my name is Roland Walker. I'm here at Coastal Park. It's one of the many courts belonging to estate masters, and they are into service plots, property management, and luxury homes. And just in case you want to make that decision to invest into a landed property, estate masters is the right choice to make. If it is from an indenture, a site plan, you want it also barcoded, all is available. You might have heard about Chopoli. It's where we have the next cottage of estate masters. It is not only one of the thriving, but the most inviting landed property sites for you also to invest in. We encourage you, do invest in the next cottage at Chopoli. It is just close to the yet to be demarcated airport. That also will be a valuable property for you to invest in.
How can we solve the unemployment crisis in Ghana? Yes, Massa.
By using formula 133.
Can you expatiate?
Say, this simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. That is the Mahama 24-hour economy policy. Under this policy, businesses will be given tax incentives, cheaper electricity, financial support, and security support services to encourage them to work 24/7 by adopting 3 work shifts of 8 hours each. This will triple job opportunities in the country. This policy will boost production, increase productivity, and generate well-paying jobs in all participating businesses and public organizations.
Excellent. The 24-hour policy will be a game changer.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show. I have Jonabo Japa Mesa and Sammy Jemfi. But with Betway, you're guaranteed to get more chances to play. Betway Speak Your Prize lets you choose your preferred promotion to make the perfect sports bet every week, from payout boost to cashback. Plus, you also stand a chance to choose your own prize, from vouchers to electronics and a grand prize of an airline ticket. Visit betway.com.gh to find out more. Terms and conditions apply. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. And enjoying the fruits of your labor is as important as enjoying the mansions of your labor. The pains of climbing the stairs or not exercising could be challenging irrespective of your age, but worry no more. Lifts and elevators have got you covered with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market today. It's a simple self-support elevator for both homes and offices, and guess what? It can lift your goods too. Wheelchairs can fit in and they come in 3 custom-made models. It's affordable and can be installed within 3 days. Visit Lift and Elevators at Sakuano. Just call them on 0200-535-515 or send a mail to elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and the best solutions in easy vertical movement. Oh, let's round up on
Randy,
this. Yes.
I felt really sad the way Sami Jenfi concluded by suggesting that Nana Santibidi illness some way somehow connects it to sacrifice human life for money.
No, don't misquote me. I said that he is on the sick bed. I'm praying for a speedy recovery. But like as he's on the sick bed, he will tell you today that human life is far more precious than all the money in this world. And that is the story of all persons on the sick bed. If you haven't been sick before,
I don't have any
know
difficulty.
Yeah?
And so the relevance of that in the conversation is really what? That why you're in political office and it's because of money or what? Is that what you're seeking to come to office to do?
You want an answer?
Yes, I want an answer.
No, I'm just telling you.
Hold on.
About the futility of gathering, amassing wealth at the expense of human life.
Fixation. Look, yes. I have my own personal beliefs, my own personal principles, and to the best of my ability, that's what guides my actions. If I felt that I was interested in mining, I could go for a license and go and mine, but I'm not interested. Okay, some people feel that, well, they are interested in mining. They could get some partners to go into mining, and so they go and obtain licenses and go into mining. Well, what's the problem with that? There's absolutely no problem with that. Okay, why do foreigners come into our country, be it large or medium scale, to come and mine our resources? And so why can't Ghanaians participate in that if they are minded to? Of course, if they are committing an illegality, why not? We can call them out. I don't have any difficulty whatsoever at all. But to seek to link somebody's illness with the conversation that we are having, I think it's rather pathetic, and you should withdraw and apologize to his family, okay, and he himself. You see, Randy, during my entire presentation, I admitted without any equivocation about the ravages of Galamsey, especially in our water bodies, and its negative impact on the entirety of the Ghanaian people. Okay, I do not, under any circumstances, support mining in water bodies. And I said that the conversation around the table that I've been privy to, everybody is against mining in water bodies. And it's my expectation that the committee that His Excellency the President has set up, beyond engaging with the stakeholders, okay, my understanding is that a mandate extends to advising His Excellency the President also on steps that can be taken immediately to get these miners out of our water bodies. Because it's necessary, okay, that we get them out if we are to, have some semblance of sanity and in providing water for our people, both today and in the future. But my worry, and he confirms it, he accuses me of debasing this whole debate into cheap political equalization, and proceeds to reference Ken Ashbe and his media coalition against illegal mining, which goes back to the era of Mr. Mahama. Okay, that confirms that indeed and in fact, the point that I made, that this is not a problem of today, is indeed factual. Randy, we all know Aisha Juan and the accusation that were leveled about the complicity of government officials at the time involved with her. She was allowed to engage on wanton, unfettered illegal mining. It was only under the Akufo-Addo administration that she was prosecuted. In 2013, 146 Chinese illegal miners. Go online. You see publication after publication. You failed to nip it in the bud as a government. I'm saying that Akufo-Addo government at least acted by banning illegal mining or mining in general for 2 years. I agree. Because of evidence is there for all to see that that fight has faced a lot of challenges. Reasons have been articulated, varied, unjustified, if you ask me. That's why I said that, look, this is a problem that transcends governments, transcends administrations. So it's important that in discussing it, we do not reduce it to the NPP-NDC debate, but rather come together so that we can have a common position in dealing with it. Why? I've heard Mr. Mahama, the double speak, indicating in one breath when he met some stakeholders, I believe 2 weeks ago, that banning illegal mining will have consequences on even our foreign exchange.
Banning illegal mining?
Yes, mining. He says that it's increased over the period, okay, from 8 tons to 100 and change. It had implications for youth unemployment, and indicating that therefore the call for banning mining should be situated in the proper context. And it's true. It has to be. I've heard Professor Jenando Pokuajiman mirror the same sentiments. So really, we are all speaking from the same hymn sheet. We recognize that mining cannot, under any circumstances, be banned. But mining in some areas, necessarily. So it cannot be that I'm debasing the argument into political equalization. Unlike you, I'm not playing ostrich. It's a certain reality that is confronting our country. And I'm saying that as political leaders, we owe it a duty to the good people of this country to at least come together, if not on anything, on this matter. Because one can argue that when this menace started, if you had nipped it, if you had acted decisively as a government, then we probably would not be here. It would be a legitimate argument. But would that be the solution? It certainly will not. People perceive us to be playing politics for parliamentary seats. Demonstrated to you here that tag that the MPP especially is doing so because of central region seats. It's not borne out by the facts. One of my good friends just sent me a message that I fell short of mentioning, that we had issues of independent candidates and all that. This all could play into the equation. Okay. But does it take away the need, therefore, for us to come together and say, hey, perceived or otherwise, this mining in our water bodies is no-go area for politics?
Help me understand something.
Yes, please.
What is it that coming together will achieve, for which reason its absence makes it impossible for government to deal with it? What is it that
I'm saying that
coming together will achieve?
Government is dealing with it.
Yes.
But they say perception is everything, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So if the message is sent out there clearly that this is an issue that is of crucial importance, that there's consensus around the table that mining in our water bodies is a no-no, it will send a message even to the military people and the police people who are sent to go and police this thing, that nobody's going to tolerate them if they go and compromise themselves.
Yeah, but for some people who are watching, they'll say that this is an issue of enforcement. The laws are there. The laws must be enforced. There are agencies to enforce the law. The agencies are under the direction and control of some authority. Just do your work.
Absolutely, I agree. And like I said, it's my understanding that that committee that has been set up is supposed to roll out that supervision of those agencies that are supposed to do their work. Minerals Commission has to play a role. The security services have to play a role and ensure that we protect our water bodies for posterity. Indeed, the commitments that His Excellency the Vice President has made in the manifesto of the New Patriotic Party, okay, which clearly outlines his vision for the mining sector, is one that abhors, okay, mining in our water bodies. I'm glad that the NDC is saying that in the very unlikely event that they come to power, indeed, that's what is also captured in their manifesto, which is good. So clearly, let's rally around that commonality to send a message to our people that we as political leaders are committed in the fight against mining in our water bodies, and we ensure that whatever it takes.
But we have a political leadership today.
But that's what I'm saying.
People are dying today.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Okay, I agree. I was having a conversation with some lady over the weekend when I was doing my house-to-house rounds, and mentioned the issue of...
How is it going?
It's going very well. It's going very well. The mischief by Samide. He came to my constituency.
To campaign against
he
you.
participated in some campaign lunch of sorts. They held a metropolitan-wide campaign lunch for the candidate in second year, and they're tickling themselves. That second year is green. Well, we'll see. Please. Okay, so it's important, okay, that we embark on. Look, Randy, we can go on and on and on and on and on. But it's important, and like I said, I've been in conversations where clear directions have been given. Water bodies are a no-go area. It is my expectation that we'll begin to see the signs of work that is going on in that space clearly soon with change in our water bodies. I certainly am of the view that hopefully by December, these water bodies should begin to clear, okay? Because they put what you call a river guards that have been recruited. Ghana Navy people are all out there seeing to the removal of these shamfans and things on our water bodies to ensure that they are returned back to what is supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I have been sick before, terribly sick before. And on my sick bed, when I was battling for my life, I came to the realization that nothing is more important than health. Nothing is more important than life. And so it is futile to engage in an illegal enterprise to amass wealth in a manner that undermines and threatens your own health and life. It is within this context that I cited the Bediatu example, because it is an example you can readily relate to. I know he's your good friend. And like I said, I wish him speedy recovery. But all persons in his position will tell you the same thing I'm telling you today. The terminal illnesses people are suffering from in this country, the cancers, you know them. Where do you think we are getting them from? I'm not saying all cases, but in some cases, what is the source? It is the water we are drinking, the fish we are eating. That is why when it is a tragedy for a medical doctor, I'm told that he owns St. Joseph Hospital also, to tell us that Accra is Suda. The fish we eat, where do we get it from? And you're a good friend. You know, on matters of geology, even though I studied environmental science for my first degree, on matters of geology, my lecturer is Kwadwo Chumbuafu. And he sent me a very profound message. He says this: the Birim and Densu are sister rivers that have their source in the Tiwa Forest Reserve. The Birim travels southwest for 116 kilometers and empties into the Pra around Adieso. The Densu is the river that feeds the Wija Dam. The Wija Dam supplies the whole of Western Accra with water. You see the interconnectedness of our water bodies. So how long do you think it will take before the poisoned river Pra, the poisoned river Press mercury, lead, and cadmium get to Tesano, Kanishi, Dansomai, Botiano, and English? And it goes on and on. Talks about the fish we eat, which comes from Felis's constituency, they are doing Galamsey, they're poisoning water bodies. So you can be eating that fish in Accra, but that is the source of most of the illnesses we are plagued with today. Look, I've seen the pictures published by health workers in the Western region.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen the Ghana Medical Association's statements about the effect of these Galamsey polluted water bodies on babies, not adults, innocent babies. Innocent babies in the womb. Look, I have seen firsthand. You recall that in 2019, 2020, I went to a Pra enclave, somewhere in Central Region, with the media, and did a press conference there. And I saw children with skin rashes, skin diseases. This is not hearsay, I saw them physically. If you see, because they bath with the water, and you see what this Galamsey polluted water has done to them, you weep.
Of course, I've seen them too.
You see, so when we show this passion and anger, this is what the Bible calls holy anger, and it is permitted by the Holy Book. Hold on. Don't. It's very serious. It's a serious issue. Children are being given birth to without limbs, without eyes. When you come and sit here, look those Galamseyers in your government in their face and tell them to stop that wickedness, and then I will take you seriously. You know them.
I don't.
Sampai is mining in the forest reserve. Duka is doing Galamsey.
Well,
tell him I said so. Let me give you the publication. Let me give you their names.
Randy, assuming that
read that. No, hold on. No, you won't heckle me. No, Japa, you won't heckle me. You won't heckle me.
I'm not saying
you know the water bodies in the forest reserve. You don't know. You know the water bodies in the forest reserve. You are the business in Takrade. You don't know mine.
Do their companies have licenses or they have actually started mining?
Is that they are mining? Actually,
I thought that companies have been.
They are mining.
They've been issued licenses.
Mining, actively mining. Your good brother, you can't say. Erastus can confirm that. Some pine is here. That's Sam Jan Limited. And the license is dated February 2023. Please.
It's really sad.
Please, let me make my point. Please.
Only NPP people.
We know all of them here.
Mining or
show me one NDC person who has been given a concession in a forest reserve. So then let me make my point.
I don't have that information.
My brother,
it cannot be the case.
Respectfully. When you were speaking, I disagreed with most of the things you said, but I was quiet. Respectfully.
Okay? Nobody associated or connected with the NDC.
Show me one NDC top functionary who has been given a concession in the forest reserve, and I will condemn it now. And that John Mahama, these forest reserves were red zones. You've not been able to dispute it. LI 2463, which has allowed for mining in forest reserves, is the handiwork of Akufo-Addo and Bawumia. You can't dispute that. So let me make my point. Then, so it is within this context.
All natural resources are vested in the president.
Please.
Yes, sir.
It is within this context that I brought in Bedietu, not anything, to let you know the futility of amassing wealth that some of us engage in at the expense of health and human life. Then he talks about Kenashibe, and the media, that group which
the media
was coalition against illegal mining, and says that Galamsey transcends administrations. We all knew that, and I've admitted that. But I'm saying that even with that Galamsey, no, the water bodies were not looking like this. I'm giving you a picture evidence to that effect. That gather and sell, that Galamsey, which has been with us for decades, is not the same as what we're having today. Listen. Hold on. I'm telling you
that the date, the 2016.
What are you talking about? Eden Strem is available. You can confirm. Look at your colleagues. Look at your colleagues. Call them out. Look at their faces. The faces of Galamsey
is doctored because in 2016
Ejapa, please.
Professor Moses standing by a river.
Please. Let me make my point. Let me make my point. Under Atamels and John Mahama,
Shamfan was introduced during your administration.
Okay, yes.
Under Atamels and John Mahama, we didn't have 500 missing excavators, stolen excavators. Look, where is the gold you seize from those miners? Legal small-scale miners and illegal miners during the days of Galamsey and Operation Vanguard.
We have what?
Let me make my point. Look, let me make my point. Now you are being disruptive. Doc, I think you should call
them.
They
were seized.
When I even tried to come in, Doc, you said that I should allow you to
stop them from being used.
You are being disruptive. You are being disruptive. Your Western Regional Minister is on tape. He is your good friend. You eat with him. He is on tape. Telling your party executives, let me make my point, that he has sacked members of Operation Vanguard from his region so that they can do Galamsey. Doc, Alai. Another PC is on the tape telling your party people that if a soldier comes to you to attack you for doing Galamsey, you to slap the soldier. Haven't you seen it? What is happening today? Show me. During what period in our history have we seen this impunity? This free for all Galamsey, not by ordinary Ghanaians, but by government officials, people at the presidencies, ministers, MMDCs. I'm giving you my references. I'm quoting MPP people, Kennedy Japan, Heji Aliba Mahama. I didn't say so. So you can't argue with yourself. Doc, he says that John Mahama is singing from the same hymn sheet with you. John Mahama hymn. Don't even try that comparison. John Mahama says you ban mining in forest reserves. Have you said the same thing? John Mahama says that no appointee of his will be allowed to engage in mining, whether legal mining business or illegal. Have you said so? Have you said so? John Mahama says you will review the Minerals and Mining Act to impose severe punishment on mining water bodies. Have you said so?
We've said better than that.
Bawumia is clapping for Duka for insulting the GMA, the TUC, and 1 million Ghanaians who are calling for an end to illegal mining. Is this propaganda? Let the viewers judge, and let me make my point. So please, you are not singing from any hymn sheet with that, and then you hear him. I have been in conversations where it came up that water bodies are a no-go area. You, Ejapa, did you? If you knew that this is what you were coming to say, you shouldn't have come for the program at all.
And you determined what I should come and say.
Because look, you have been in office for 8 years. This is your injury time. 8 years. You are now coming to sit in the studios of Metro TV to tell Ghanaians that I have been in conversations where it has been said that water bodies are no-go areas. Now, water bodies, when have they become go areas for mining?
Since Mahama was president.
And we saw this coffee like
they introduced
water bodies
into our mining.
You are a liar.
It's a fact of fact.
You are a liar. And I will not even go there. You are a liar.
When Mr. Mahama
you are a liar. Master, let me make my point.
He didn't see it. I shall not.
Hey, please let me make my point.
These are matters of fact.
And so when you came into office, show me one NDC official, show me one NDC government appointee you have arrested for Galamsey.
I don't have to.
It means that your government is a very useless one. It means that your government is a very useless government, because if you claim that NDC people were doing Galamsey under John Mahama, and you have had 8 years with a president at the helm who has promised, told the entire nation that he's prepared to put his presidency on the line, and you have not been able to name these NDC people, You have not been able to arrest any. You are a useless bunch of people. We should not waste our time on you.
Randy.
But no, I will not be distracted. I'll still make my point. Look, he says that we should come together. And then you ask him, come together to do what? He says, come together. I want to show you the paucity of the arguments. Come together and say that water bodies are no-go areas. Are you living on Mars? Or you're living on Pluto? Who in Ghana today says that mining in water body is good? Who in Ghana today says that?
You see?
So you need a consensus for what? You don't have anything saying. You just want to defend the wrong thing and you are just misusing airtime. That's what you're doing. Because nobody in Ghana today supports mining in water bodies except the people in your party who themselves are engaging in that shameless criminal act. So when you come and say that we, civil society organizations, should sit down with you for a dialogue, for consensus on what? We should build consensus with Galamseyers.
Nobody has suggested.
You've had 8 years.
You see?
Where are the drones? Where are the drones you use taxpayers' money to buy for Galamsey? Where are the drones? Not too long ago, I saw a media report that the drones cannot be found. Where are the excavators? Where are the seized gold, the relics you took from those mining concessions? Thieves. Not only did they engage in illegal mining, all those things too, they are stolen. Your president is there. He doesn't care about the missing excavators. He has done nothing. You have a tape of a government official, government auctioneer, Ekwawusi, who, according to the former Minister for Environment, is responsible for the missing excavators and the mining, illegal mining activities of most of your party apparatchiks. You have a video of him telling a minister that you told me to illegally release seized excavators to our general secretary and some serial callers and party apparatchiks of yours because party yes. Your president has not even commented about this. Bawumia has not done this. They are all walking free. Instead, citizens who, seeing the imminent danger, the threat that this canker poses to their lives, and have decided to protest and demand a halt to this senseless illegal mining menace, have become targets of the brazen misuse of executive powers. And you are here justifying it. Look, Ejapa, I have appeared on this show with you on many occasions. I'm telling you, today is the day that you are really made.
This is the
just coming here for the sole purpose. It's a disgrace. For the sole purpose of defending the manhandling.
Comment before.
Even people who have been detained.
But you wanted somebody to also stop.
But you have had your second bite. This is my second time. My second bite. Let me have my time. You understand? Then you come and sit here and say, Randy, let's sit down. Dog.
Randy
Abe, I'm winding up. Randy Abe and Sami Jefi, we don't control police and soldiers in Ghana. Look, if Akufo-Addo wants to stop mining in water bodies today, he will stop it. Because the water bodies are not in the skies. They are on land. You just have to drive to Pra. You just have to drive to the Ankobra. You just have to drive to the Brain, the Densu, the Tano River. We know where the water bodies are. We know where the forest reserves are. We know where the illegal miners are. I saw one of your colleagues, Okateche Frifa, you know. He himself, a citizen vigilante, with a colleague of his, they were able to go and arrest Chinese Galamseyers. How much an entire government institution. They won't do it because they are the ones doing the illegal mining. And those working there, they are afraid that if they stop it now, they won't vote for them. But for us, it's not about votes. Look, Ghana now, a political party, but human lives matter more than cheap political votes. And in any case, even those in those mining areas, they value their water bodies. Our mothers there, they value their water bodies than that your dirty blood money you are making from illegal mining. We must tell you so. So stop justifying clear wrongdoing. I'm even beginning to suspect you. I'm beginning to suspect you.
Suspect who?
Ejapa Mensah.
Of what?
I don't want to add what I want to add. But I'm beginning to suspect him. And I know those watching, they can understand. Because look, Ejapa Mensah, the coherent, articulate lawyer we all know, sitting here, and I have been in conversations where it has come
but of course,
what are you saying on the matter of Galamsey? What are you saying?
So because I have a certain oath, okay, that I need to abide by.
What are you saying?
And so to that extent, I'm not
learn from Kennedy Japan. Learn from Kennedy Japan.
Just so people don't misconstrol, you're saying you're referring to the cabinet oath.
Absolutely, and so that's the reason why I used that.
The cabinet oath.
Oh, will you allow you see this guy?
Is superior to human life and the Constitution of Ghana.
I haven't said so.
Your cabinet oath.
I haven't said so at all, and like you yourself want to refer to the listeners being the judge. I leave them to be the judge.
Bottom line is that
in fact,
if those conversations
also allow me
if those conversations
when
happen,
I do the
I'm giving you a dose of your own medicine. If those conversations happened years ago, Ejapamesa, it's been 8 years. Well, your terminal result is the coffin-like water bodies we see scattered across Ghana. That is your terminal result.
It's unfortunate that we had our water bodies in this state from 2013 to date. In fact, it was only during the period when the ban was imposed between 2017 and 2018 that we saw our water bodies becoming clearer again. Subsequent to that, a lot has happened. I am not going to sit here. Right from the very beginning, I stated my position, personal position on how I feel when I see these water bodies, especially the PRA, in the state that they are. In fact,
your own people are struggling with water, potable water.
PRA enters the sea through my Shama, which I have strong roots there. Okay, so not in doubt at all. And like I said, I know that action is being taken, okay, following the renewed public outcry to ensure that this does not continue. That's a matter of fact, okay, and we can only see its physical manifestation when the work is, of course, it's not
67 days, 66 or 65 days to December.
Even if it's one day, please. Even if it's one day. But the fact of the matter is that the Mr. Mahama who is promising today actions that he's going to take in the future when he's voted as president.
He never allowed illegal mining in the forest reserve. He never allowed seized excavators to be stolen by his party functionaries
of this country.
Under him, the water bodies were crystal clear.
During his
under John Mahama, no minister had a mining concession. Under John Mahama, there was no mining in forest reserves. Under John Mahama, we didn't see this brazen mining in the River Pra, the River Nkobra. I dare you to show us one evidence of that. Under John Mahama, there was nothing like that. And assuming without admitting that there was, why haven't you been able to at least name those people or arrest and prosecute those people? Because you know that what you're saying is not true.
All the excavators that you make reference to as having been seized and listened were all mining in our country when Mr. Mahama was president up until 7th January 2017.
But it
matter of fact.
But those excavators were seized even when legal small-scale mining had been banned. Some of these were excavators of legal small-scale mining.
The fact
because it was during the time that the ban was enforced.
The fact of the matter is that this canker, when it occurred under Mr. Mahama, who is promising to do differently today, he took no step at the time that he was president. What step did he take? None whatsoever.
Nobody in his government could even dare.
Was never
Nobody in John Mahama's government could even dare
engage in illegal mining. Only people in his government, as you mean. Illegal mining,
but look at this logic.
Taking place.
Look at this logic.
During his time as president,
so if at time
he never acted. So if he comes around today,
particular government, it
to tell me that vote for me, let me come, and then when I come, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. The people of Ghana should be the judge. Whether indeed and in fact he is committed.
He is committed
to that so-called fight that he is promising.
He is committed.
When in fact during his era as president, sitting, he did nothing whatsoever.
Who told you?
To stop. He did absolutely.
But under John Mahama, we didn't see this coffin like water bodies.
It was here.
Under John Mahama, nobody could mine. You saw it where?
Hence, Ken Ashigbe's group
being
formed as far back as
so show me one forest reserve
to make these interventions.
Now let's drill down to the evidence. Show me one forest reserve.
The fact is that Mr. Mahama
show me one forest reserve where there was mining in.
Unconcerned. So when it comes
show me one NDC appointee who was doing illegal mining.
I don't have to tell you any NDC appointee.
Because you have no evidence.
The fact on the ground is that
Cheap
Mr. Mahama during his
equalization.
era as president, there was illegal mining. There was mining in our water bodies. He did not act. So when he comes back to tell you today that vote for him, so when he comes in 2025, he comes to act. You ought to question
the evidence is clear. John Mahama, under John Mahama, we arrested illegal miners.
Can we bring the
some,
show to a close now?
We convicted some. We deported some. You just have to Google. Please stop. You are making a mockery of yourself.
They would know
you are making a mockery of yourself. You are making a mockery of yourself.
He says one thing,
that's what you're doing.
The other.
You are making a mockery of yourself.
Everybody in this country knows Mr. Mahama.
John Mahama will not clap for Galamsey like Bawumia was clapping for Galamsey Aduka, openly supporting Galamsey. You saw it, we saw the video. And now will play the video again.
What it is going to do
that you want to continue the legal.
Please, producer, let me end the show with Prophet Odro. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me.
I don't pay me the Galamsey phone now, Penimubia or Shagalamsey, God will kill you. I can't catch him. Yeah, may boss me book quotation. Maybe can be been work as so dear. Me book quotation. I send be a make the quotation better actually. A be at the could be a quotation would defend itself. Yeah. The Lord said, I will kill her children with death. Iti Galamsey for the name some penny for Ghana and a Galamsey they fund the party. Nyami be kumuna. Yeah, because you don't care about people. People are dying from cancers, leukemia, kidney failures, and you don't care. God will let you taste death the way you wish for other people. Greedy people. Yeah, the Bible said, I will kill her children. And
she's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in. Red out receipt now.
Boss, let's go back.
Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luckiest everywhere.
8K. Hey, you can get 8K. Get a package from your Wallah. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. Hey, Bill radio. We are star 712. It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. Aha, and I'm with me at ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
No, maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
Dema, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
Chief, if the election is won at the polling station, why is the final result declared by the EC chairperson?
Very good question. Let me break it down for you. For the presidential election, the whole country is one constituency. We add up the results from all the polling stations before declaring the winner. First, signed pin sheets go to the constituency collation center. Then results from all polling stations in that constituency are added up and the constituency winner is declared.
So when we finish voting at the polling station, the results are taken to the constituency.
The results are forwarded from the constituency to the regional collation center. The party agents and observers are all at these centers. The regional collation center adds up all constituency results and declares the regional winner.
This process is long, Papa.
Yeah, that's not all. This is serious business. Regional results come to the EC head office. Party agents, observers, any media for no one monitor. The EC chairperson simply adds up all the results from all the 16 regions to get the presidential winner.
EC chairperson, she don't go fit declare any winner she they want.
There is no way to declare a winner other than the person elected from the 40,000 polling stations. Everything is transparent.
Now MPs there no way.
That's straightforward. We collect the signed pink sheets from all the polling stations in that constituency and declare the winner right there at the constituency.
So if the party fails to properly collect their own pink sheets results,
no dear,
Walla. Blame yourself times 2.
Take note that all through this process, all political party agents and observers them did their feeling. Nobody they sleep. From the polling stations to the constituency collation centers to the regional collation centers and even the national collation center at the EC head office. All political party agents and observers them did their constant. Them open them eyes all they watch everything. Feeling. Nobody go fit steal this election inside. Look, even EC chairperson self no go fit steal this election inside. 2024 elections, it be finchim, it be clean, and with the whole kind, no gululu.
More than 80% of global trade is carried by sea. Most of the products we consume daily travel through ports, making them a key link in the global supply chain. The Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority